Evening, Miles and CMF. How are you? I'm doing great. How you doing, Tom? How you been? Manny, good evening as well. How you doing? Thank you so much, Tor, for retweeting the live show. Dennis, thank you so much for retweeting the live show as well. Thanks so much to everyone that's retweeting this live show right now. Evening, Miles and CMF. Joe, good to see you as well. How you doing? Manny, good to see you as well. How you doing? Evening. How you been? What's up, Miles? What's up, CMF? Max, good to see you as well. How you doing? How you been? Mike, good day, Miles and CMF. Good to see you as well. Mike, how you doing, brother? Dennis, good to see you as well. How you doing? Dennis, thank you so much for retweeting the live show. Mike, thank you so much for retweeting the live show as well. Stormy, good to see you as well. How you doing, Stormy? How you been? Camel, thank you so much for retweeting the live show as well. Stormy, thank you so much for retweeting the live show as well. Mike, thank you so much for retweeting the live show. Camel, thank you so much as well for retweeting on the live show. And Stormy as well, thank you. Good evening, my brother from another mother and siblings. Let's go, funky brother. How you doing? Good to see you as well. I updated my Trust Wallet, so now it's working regarding Trust Wallet. Yeah, sometimes when your Trust Wallet doesn't work and it doesn't show the transactions, it's because you don't have the latest update. So if you update these, wallet platforms and so on, then you shouldn't have any issues going forward with them. Hey, Miles, since we are on the first name basis now, what's your name, lol? Max, I keep on forgetting because your name on YouTube is Max. What was your other name, Max? My first name is Miles. It's not. My first name isn't Crypto, but it is Miles. So that's why it's named Crypto Miles. Still, I can't send my XRP. You still can't send your XRP? That's a bit odd. Camel, after the live show, direct message me. Let me see what's going on with your Trust Wallet. Yes, Miles and family. How's everyone doing tonight? Bless, Stephen. Good to see you as well. How you doing, brother? How's everyone doing today? How's everybody's Saturday been? Good, bad, or just starting out, depending on where you are around the world? Carrie, that's it. Carrie Bino. Yes. Max, you should change your YouTube name to Carrie. But I'll remember from now on, Carrie. Good evening, Miles and CMF. Good to see you all, free and forever. How you doing? I was tuning in one by one. Let's go. And then we have went into the Bitcoin halving and the Titanic situation. A lot of people were expecting in the crypto markets. Hasn't happened yet, interesting enough. The Titanic situation of the entire market dumping into, oblivion, or some people would like to say inside the crypto space. After the halving, 90% will crash. Hasn't really happened so far. We're still going, moderate, I would have to say. But we do have quite a lot of news to go through, essentially to go through on today's live show as well. Very good, Miles, as we have you to walk us a few miles together. Let's go, funky brother. So today we do have quite a lot of news to go through as well. Quite a bit of news on the market situation as well. So we have news to go through regarding Hong Kong and BTC and Ethereum ETF updates of what's going on in Hong Kong. We have news regarding Grayscale and how Grayscale has just opened its doors to their mini Bitcoin ETF space. So Grayscale has two ETFs technically. They have one, which is the one that's 1.5% on fees and nobody's really buying, and everybody's buying the BlackRock ETF instead. And then on the other side, they also have the Grayscale mini BTC ETF now, which only charges 0.15%. So very low compared to the rest of the ETFs in the market space. We also have news to go through regarding the long-term vision of parents on cryptocurrencies and how parents are venturing into cryptocurrencies for their kids' futures. According to a new recent study test, a lot of parents are going into cryptocurrencies and adding cryptocurrencies to their portfolios for a better future for their kids. Imagine that one. And we're also going to be going through regarding Bitcoin gas fees and how the Bitcoin gas fees are ridiculously climbing, and because of the NFT situation on the Bitcoin network. We're also going to be going through regarding the Bitcoin ETC halving that we just went through, and regarding the mining institutions, the Bitcoin mining institutions, and how they're in profit now. Interesting enough. We're also going to be going through regarding what Vitalik Buterin has said on something that's quite interesting that has happened. And it was something we talked about on this live show. And I'm not going to review what it was, But when we get to the news, I'll reveal what it was. Let's just see if anybody remembers. We're also going to be going through regarding Telegram as well. A lot of major updates are coming to Telegram. How Telegram is entering the blockchain space. Quite a lot, actually. Where Telegram is going to be introducing even tokenization. So, before we start off all of that, let me just go through the comment section as well. And then we'll go through the news. And then obviously the beginning of the live show is where I say disclaimer. Okay, so good evening, Miles and CMF. If I forget to see how you doing, Frankie brother. Let's go. Do you like men? No, I'm straight. I do not like men. Good evening, Miles and CMF. So good to see how you doing. If you like men, then that's on you. But I don't like men. I like people, but no, I'm straight. Hooray! As I have hold. But if you do like men, good for you. Hooray! As I hold a big bag of Ethereum. Let's go, funky brother. Hello, Miles and CMF. Orphan, good to see you as well. How you doing? Hyper Sniper, good to see you as well. How you doing? The crash won't happen. The halving will just give more value to BTC and Ethereum, in my opinion. Good opinion. Shelly, good to see you as well. Morning, how you doing, Shelly? How you been? And thanks so much for retweeting the live show as well. So, before we start the live show, just like always, I'm going to be saying a disclaimer of this live show, which is not financial advice, not political advice, and whatever I say is only for entertainment purposes. And everything we talk about on this live show, welcome to the CMF live show, everything we talk about on this live show is regarding recent news that's happening around the world and how the world is shifting into a digital era. And we talk about the CBDC aspects about it, the crypto aspects about it, and also the political aspects about it, because politics plays into a lot of fields when it comes to the blockchain space or any sort of market space out there. Now, we also do Q&As as well, which means if you have any questions, put it down inside the comment sections, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. And this live show has officially started now. So, first news to go through on today's live show is, the first news to go through was essentially the Securities Hong Kong situation. So, Victory Securities unveils Hong Kong's Bitcoin Ethereum ETF guide. And regarding what Steven said, Steven's on the right path inside the comment section. Regarding the crash won't happen, the halving will just give more value to BTC and its ETFs. In my opinion, your opinion is correct, Steven. So Victory Securities unveils Hong Kong's Bitcoin Ethereum ETF guide. Victory Securities, based in Hong Kong for more than 50 years, has made available an internal subscription guide as well as an information about its billing policies for Hong Kong's Bitcoin Ethereum spot ETFs. The handbook likely covers information that is important to prospects of investors, including fee structures, investing methods, and subscription processes as well. Additionally, the disclosure of charging standards provides transparency regarding the costs and associated with investing into this ETF. Victory outlined its applications and redemptions fees for its primary market, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Transactions will incur a fee of from 0.05% to 1%, with a minimum fee set of $850. So basically, Hong Kong has established a monthly subscription where people can buy Bitcoin or Ethereum ETFs with a small percentage of fees in the process. It also disclosed its cost redemption fees for its primary market. Transactions will incur fees ranging from 0.1% to 0.15% of the transaction amounts, with a fixed minimum fee set at $500. Phone or email trades will incur a 0.215% commission per trade, with a minimum charge of $8. Meanwhile, online trading commissions will be set at 0.15% in fees per transaction, with a minimum fee of $4. This move may signal increasing acceptance and adoption of cryptocurrencies within traditional financial institutions and could pave the way for a broader access for digital assets for investors in Hong Kong. This is actually quite impressive on what's happening in Hong Kong right now. Regarding Hong Kong, they're not only opening their doors to Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, but they're also providing a monthly subscription where people can purchase Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs. No matter if you're on the corporate side or the retail section, you can buy monthly subscriptions of BTC or Ethereum ETFs, which could broaden, the acceptance of cryptocurrencies as well. We have people just randomly monthly buying it on order, let's say, and the fees are ridiculously low. compared to other ETFs in the market space, even in the West side, the fees are actually ridiculously low. So it could, grow some adoption on it, let's say. So, how you doing, Miles? How was your day, brother? It was great, Sam. How you doing as well? Good to see you. Evening, Miles and CMF. Jason, good to see you as well, brother. How you doing? Good evening, Miles and CMF. I've missed 2 nights. Being so tired, I doubt if you can stay till the end. Today, I have to take my boy to football early in the morning. Denise, good to see you, though. Either way, good to see you as well. How you doing? Thanks all for tuning in. I fixed the problem. Let's go, come on, with the Trust Wallets. Let's go. Billo, what's up, brother Miles? Good to see you as well, Billo. How you doing? How you been? Thanks anyways, brother. No problem. Come on, anytime. Troy, hi, Miles and family. Troy, good to see you as well. How you doing? How you been? So, regarding Hong Kong, the doors are slowly opening, and they're offering a subscription fee regarding BTC ETFs and Ethereum ETFs, which again will create adoption. Now, to go through Grayscale situation, as we all know, Grayscale offers the highest fees on Bitcoin ETFs, which has caused a lot of transactions to exit Grayscale. And we're also going to be going through a little bit of a data as well regarding how much BTC BlackRock has added up until now. The last time we talked about BlackRock and their BTC ETF portfolio, they were sitting at $15.3 billion. We also have some data to go through regarding BlackRock as well on how much they're sitting on right now. But the last time we also talked about Grayscale. Grayscale was still offering that ridiculous 1.5% fee, which was slowing down adoption for Grayscale. Now, interesting enough, after the BTC halving now, Grayscale has decided to lower its fees on a second package they're offering to grow the adoption of BTC straight after the halving. Grayscale sets there's a 0.15% fee for its Bitcoin Mini Trust ETF, mini version. Grayscale plans to launch its Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust with a 0.15% management fee. This is lower than BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF on fees. BlackRock's ETF on fees is 0.20%. This is 0.15% now, which means Grayscale is trying to compete with BlackRock again. According to the company's latest filings with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, introduced in March, the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust is Grayscale's new investment product designed to provide investors with affordable exposure to Bitcoin. As noted in the filings, the product is expected to operate under the ticker symbol BTC and will be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Grayscale also intends to distribute 63,204 Bitcoins, or 10% of Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust GBTC existing assets, to the Mini Bitcoin Trust. GBTC shares will continue to be traded on the New York Stock Exchange Akara without interruptions. Shareholders of GBTC will automatically receive shares of new mini Bitcoin trusts without incurring additional fees or needing to take any action. This distribution is not considered a taxable event for the US federal income tax purposes, meaning shareholders will not recognize any income gain or loss at the time of recipient as per the filing. According to Bloomberg's ETF analyst, Eric, who's been quite correct on the market space, the proposed fees would make Grayscale's new product the cheapest Bitcoin ETF in the market, and give an entirely a fighting chance for the inflows of Grayscale's Bitcoin ETFs. And regarding how much BlackRock is sitting at right now regarding BTC ETFs, according to Farsight Investors data, GBTC, which charges a relatively high management fee of 1.5%, which is their normal BTC ETFs, has been around $16.7 billion of outflows since its conversions. $16.7 billion has exited Grayscale so far because of their ridiculous 1.5% fee, 1.15% fee, 1.5% fee. Meanwhile, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF is now sitting at, so BlackRock's ETF first break records when it was sitting at $12 billion. And then BlackRock's ETF broke records when it was sitting at $14 billion. And then BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF broke another record when it was sitting at $15.3 billion. And now BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF is sitting around $17.3 billion in assets under management, nearing the size of GBTC's fund. So, this topic of everything's going to go Titanic seems to be working well for the other institutions because as everybody is anticipating a Titanic situation, BlackRock's ETF is growing by the second. And so is everybody else's ETFs on Bitcoin. So, Titanic situation, maybe not on the way. As I did say, there are two outcomes, but we'll see as time goes by. There are still two outcomes on the table. It's just one day past the Bitcoin ETFs. But just one day past the Bitcoin ETFs, interesting enough, Grayscale offering a mini Bitcoin trust with a lowered fee to get more money into the BTC adoptions. BlackRock sitting at $17.3 billion, breaking records again. Have you gone through any XRP news? No, not yet. George, good to see you as well. How you doing? Hi, Miles of CMF. George, good to see you as well. How you doing, brother? Any news on XRP, my brother? Thank you. No news so far, but we should have a few news on XRP or Ripple Labs in a few days because we are going to get the remedies coming in. Even Miles and family, good to see you as well. Ian, how you doing? But we do have quite a lot of news on market movements and some data to go through as well. Happy Pisces, good to see you as well. How you doing? Happy Pisces. Hello, Troy, good to see you as well. How you doing? So, also, by the way, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that's retweeting this live show. I'm getting notifications of members of the CMF retweeting this live show. Thank you so much to everybody that's doing that right now on X. Now, something that a lot of people didn't thought it was happening. So, there's a lot of people inside the crypto space right now who are not venturing into the crypto space. There's a lot of people still inside the crypto space that are not venturing into the crypto space. Good to see you, Miles. FleeXRP, good to see you as well. How you doing? So, there's a lot of people right now that are not venturing into the crypto space. But on the other side, we have a lot of parents entering the crypto space. So, a long-term vision. Parents invest in crypto for their children's future. A survey, so if you're a parent and you're inside the crypto space, good for you. Honestly, good for you because you're looking out for your future of your children, which is amazing. And by the looks of it, there's a lot of parents right now entering the crypto space as well, according to a recent study test. Long-term vision. Parents invest in crypto for their children's future. If you do know somebody that is a parent and is not investing into their children's future, maybe share them this live show right now. So if you do have any family members or any sort of parents around you that have kids or not investing into cryptocurrencies, share this live show with them right now. Because I'm about to go through some data of parents who are looking out for their kids' futures with cryptocurrencies. Long-term vision, parents invest in crypto for their children's future. A survey revealed that 86% of crypto-owning parents have purchased or plan to buy cryptocurrencies for their children's financial future. The research shows that parents believe in the long-term value of cryptocurrencies and want to educate their children about this asset class. According to a study published in March by CouponBirds, 45.2% of US parents who own cryptocurrencies have already purchased some for their children. Moreover, an additional 40.6% plan to buy cryptocurrencies, especially for their children, for their future. This indicates a strong belief among parents in the potential of cryptocurrencies as a long-term investment. Parents believe in the cryptocurrency long-term value. Notably, the most common reason for purchasing crypto for children is the belief that the price will appreciate over time. 52.6% think that way. However, education, 33.3%, and currency database of 30.7% are also key factors driving parents' decisions. Parents, according to this new study test, are teaching their kids about cryptocurrencies. I'll be honest with you, intelligent parents are definitely teaching their kids about the future of money. And intelligent parents are definitely looking out for the future of their kids when they're venturing into cryptocurrencies and creating them portfolios at this moment in time. Not only are a lot of parents right now venturing into cryptocurrencies for their kids, but they're also teaching their kids of what is a cryptocurrency, what is this new technology coming into the market space. These are intelligent parents, in my opinion. And also, according to the study test, These findings suggest that parents see cryptocurrencies as a valuable learning opportunity and a hedge against traditional financial systems. Remarkably, 81.4% of the parents believe cryptocurrencies will be more valuable in the next 10 years, regardless of their investment decisions. This indicates widespread optimism about the long-term prospects of digital currencies. Furthermore, 82.3% of parents said their crypto purchases for their children are on a set and forget it situation basis, with no intentions of trading or selling before their children take ownership. They're just buying it for long term and leaving on the side, buying, leaving on the side, buying and leaving on the side. Education kids about cryptocurrency. Educating kids about cryptocurrencies is very valuable, especially if you're a parent. The survey also reveals that 79% of parents believe today's children will use cryptocurrencies as mainstream currency for payments. 79% of parents believe this, where today's children will be using cryptocurrencies as basically legal tender moving forwards. Despite the current low adoption rate for everyday transactions, parents see a future where digital currencies are widely accepted. Additionally, 37.5% of respondents consider cryptocurrencies the best long-term investment for their children. 37.5% of them see respondents consider cryptocurrencies the best long-term investment for their children, surpassing traditional options like savings accounts, which are sitting at 18.7%, and stocks and index funds, which are sitting at 8.3%. On that note, 1/3 of the parents, 33.3%, directly investing into crypto to educate their children about the asset class. Moreover, 81.2% of all the parents surveyed believe that the younger generation should learn about the crypto market in school. The parents are saying that they should learn about this in school. They're saying their kids should be learning about blockchain technology in school, is what the parents are saying. 81.2% of the parents said this. This highlights the growing importance of financial literacy in an increasingly digital world. In conclusion, the Coupon Bird survey reveals a growing trend among parents to invest into cryptocurrencies for their children's future, with a strong belief the long-term value of digital currencies, a desire to educate the younger generation. Parents are embracing cryptocurrencies as a viable investment option. As the world continues to evolve, it is clear that cryptocurrencies will play an increasingly important role in shaping the financial landscape for the future generations, which is facts. The reason why all of these parents are coming out right now and trying to teach their kids, the reason why all these parents are coming out trying to buy cryptocurrencies for their kids, trying to teach their kids, trying to tell the schools to educate their kids about blockchain technology, is because we have companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and the list goes on of how many have ventured into cryptocurrency. That's the reason why these parents are waking up. Because, as I said before, when you see these types of companies coming into the crypto play, essentially is what you're seeing. A lot of people will look at it and go, oh, okay, so I didn't think, this is what a lot of people will think. A lot of people would say, well, I didn't think crypto was legit, but now I'm seeing BlackRock holding $17.3 billion. It must be legit then. Now I'm seeing Vanguard venturing into it, Goldman Sachs venturing into it, or JP Morgan venturing into it, or Fidelity venturing into it, or Citibank venturing into it, and the list goes on. And this is showing credibility to the crypto space, hence the reason why a lot of parents are coming out, according to this new study test, and saying, hang on a minute, maybe we should be looking into blockchain technology. And I've said this so many times. I even said this once on one of my live shows, that if you are a parent, start educating your kids about blockchain technology, because it's going to be very important, especially for their generation. So let's go into the comment sections before we go into the next news of the live show. Good evening, Miles and CMF. Hope you're having a good weekend. David, good to see you as well. How you doing? How you been? Good morning. Orphan, good to see you as well. How you doing? Yeah, let's go, Doise. How you doing? Hey, CMF, Comatose, good to see you as well. How you doing? Hi, Miles, and all CMF. JP, good to see you as well, brother. How you doing? Good to see you doing better, JP, since the car accident situation. Good to see you doing better, brother. Hello, Miles and CMF. Carol, good to see you as well. How you doing, Carol? I'm teaching mine. Let's go, Shelly. Best parents, honestly. My XRP is in 3 different wallets kept for my children. Let's go, Doise. Stormy, let's go. I'm trying. Let's go, Denise. My children, if I have any, can have all mine. Lol. Is what JP said. His children can have all of his cryptocurrencies. If he has any children. Shout out to the CMF on X. Also happy to hear you're okay, JP. Let's go, Shelly. And JP facts. I'm happy to hear that you're doing well, brother. Honestly. Will the Ripple vs SEC trials start April 23rd or May 6th? Well, we have to see. So far, we do have the remedies coming out this month. So let's see what the remedies are going to be regarding Ripple Labs. What Ripple Labs' perspective is on the actual case. Because we know where the SEC stands, absolute BS. Now let's find out what the actual truth is, essentially. We need to know both sides of the story. So we should have some information regarding Ripple's remedies this month as well. What am I investing in? Just for me, but also my whole family. Let's go, Jason. I totally agree, Miles. Our education system and curriculums are so far behind, it desperately needs updating. Yes, facts. Hi to all CMF on YouTube, is what JP is saying. Let's go. So yeah, that survey, honestly amazing. Best idea ever to do a survey like that and get some information coming in from parents. XRP, hey Miles, CMF, good to see you as well. How you doing, XRP? So, the next news to go through on today's live show is regarding this one. Bitcoin gas fees. Okay, so the Bitcoin gas fees are getting a little bit ridiculous. Due to this Bitcoin halving that we've just recently had, yesterday in other words, last night, or today actually, it was morning times, early times. But the Bitcoin gas fees are getting a little bit higher and higher by the second, slightly. So Bitcoin gas fees surge. Abra Global, the CEO explains why. Abra's global CEO explains why. Bitcoin BTC gas fees has seen a progressive surge recently, and Abra's global CEO, Bill, believes that it's tied to the ruins, a new proposed token standard on blockchain. Bitcoin gas fees, ruins, and ordinal links. The much anticipated Bitcoin halving event went live earlier today. But Cassie Roadmer's latest creations of ruins seems to be taking all the attention at the moment, and highlighted that this token standard is contributing to a massive hike in Bitcoin transaction fees. Ruins have provided an easier and more efficient means for users to create fungible tokens on Bitcoin's blockchain. In other words, the primary role of token standards is to facilitate the launch of fungible tokens, so NFTs in other words, on Bitcoin, per the statement from her. And also, Bill went on further to say that the most common fungible tokens of today are ERC20 tokens on Ethereum. So obviously, the most ETFs produced ever is definitely on Ethereum. But I'll read you this and I'll give you my perspective. So while Rodman is also connected to the release of Ordonals, the ruins is quite different from Ordonals, which permits the creation of NFTs, and Ordonals allows people to inscribe data on the smallest units of Bitcoin, i.e. Satoshis, to create highly valued assets on Bitcoin. Both protocols still share a few similarities, including the fact that they both allow people to itch and mint tokens on-chain. Capabilities of Ruins highlighted by the Abra CEO. Ruins also utilize small, lightweight transactions known as EDICs. This feature is usually used to transfer ownership of tokens without impacting the Bitcoin network negatively, in a bid to simplify the creation and management of NFTs. Ruins leverages Bitcoin's UTXO model and the OP return OP code. Each Ruin transaction can specify multiple operations across different Ruins. Abra's global CEO stated in an event of a token transfer, the Ruins protocol will split the UTXO into multiple new UTXOs based on the instructions on the OP returns data. And the other person also wanted to say that outlines certain benefits of having Ruins in the Bitcoin ecosystem, including minimizing on-chain footprints and improving UTXO managements. He strongly believes that the token standard will bring about a more simplified approach to creating NFTs on the Bitcoin network, especially when compared to the likes of BRC20, RGB, and Taproot. Rubin's users do not need to rely on the off-chain data or native tokens before they can create multiple tokens and manage them easily on the chain. Okay, now regarding Bitcoin and venturing into NFTs again. The first time Bitcoin ventured into NFTs, it was a terrible idea. They created the concept of ordinals when they're creating NFTs, non-fungible tokens, on the Bitcoin network. It was an absolute terrible idea. It slowed down the BTC network, it created a lot of congestion, and the fees went skyrocketing up, which is the last thing you need on Bitcoin because it's slow as it is, and as expensive as it is. So making it more slow and more expensive is not really ideal for anybody doing transactions on the BTC network. One of the people that created the O'Donnells actually came out and said that it was a terrible idea of creating NFTs on Bitcoin. One of the people that created NFTs. And we also had Binance dropping the BTC NFT O'Donnell's project as well. And according to Binance, it was because it was slowing down the BTC network, making it more expensive and creating a lot of congestion on the BTC network. That is why Binance has dropped the whole program of BTC NFTs, even though they were very happy to venture into it, and they ended it within about 3 months after. Now again, a new situation is being created where they're creating ruins and trying to make the smallest block on BTC and creating NFTs with it. Let me just be the first one to say, terrible idea. Just like I said about the O'Donnell's NFT situation on BTC's network, terrible idea. And it turned out I was correct, because 3 months after, Binance dropped the entire NFT BTC situation, and Binance said the exact same words I said 3 months after me. Regarding it's terrible, it slows down the network, makes it more expensive, bad idea all around. And I'm saying it again, bad idea. Look, why can't we just leave BTC as a store of value? Why do we need to keep on producing more NFTs on the BTC network? Just stop poking and touching the BTC network. Unless you have a viable, reasoning of maybe we should be venturing into this and that, and you can actually make it cheaper and faster, then go for it. If you're trying to make the BTC network cheaper and faster, then by all means go for it. But if you're the type of person of trying to create NFTs, trying to tokenize things on the BTC network, terrible idea. First, make it fast and make it cheap. Then produce NFTs and tokenize anything you want. Because again, this will have a bad idea. It's just a terrible idea. And BTC is slow as it is and expensive as it is. And it's going to become more expensive just because we've had a halving as well. I don't know who keeps on coming up with the idea of creating NFTs on the BTC network. Just leave it alone. Just keep it as a store of value. Or make it faster and cheaper, then produce whatever you think, whatever you want on it. When will the remedies be out? 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, or 26th. 22nd is the private one, and then 26th should be the public one, because there's two. There's one private, one public. Lena, good to see you as well. How you doing? Good evening, Miles and all CMF. Iman, good to see you as well. How you doing? How's everyone doing tonight? Iman, doing great. How you doing? Y'all cowards don't even... Okay, I'm just... Sometimes we get morons inside the comment sections. Because people think I want to repeat their words, but come on. Now, any new projects you're looking into? Any new projects I'm looking into? I'm still researching the Weekend project. Still researching into it because it's relatively cheap and it hasn't done any sort of movements. It did collapse a very, very long time ago, but it's slowly coming back up. So I'm just still trying to look into it, see if there's any situations in there. Is this the Ruins protocol you're talking about? Yeah. Well done, Miles. Don't need that. Yep, facts. And yeah, regarding new projects, the new projects I'm still hooked up on is LAT, which is still relatively new, and the other one, Weekend. But I'm still waiting for them to create new. Regarding Weekend, I'm trying to see if there's any more updates coming out of it and so on. But one project I'm very interested in quite a lot is TON, which isn't new. TON, Ton, not Tron, Ton. So TON. TON, the chain essentially, I'm very interested in it. I was interested in it since day one. especially when they partnered with Telegram. And I've been more interested in Ton as the days went by trying to see what they're going to be producing on the Ton network. What projects are going to come out on the Ton network is what I'm interested in, because it's sitting at 8th place, which is absolutely amazing. It's above AVAX, Cardano, and everything else pretty much. So I want to see, I'm trying to keep myself updated on what's happening on the Ton network, to be honest. Miles, did you make us mods on YouTube? I haven't yet, but I will. Yes, I have to do that. Will the Feds raise the rates this year? Well, the Feds are suggesting that we might be actually going through rate cuts this year. So the Feds have said that we're going to be, going through a leveled situation regarding the Fed's report. We're going to be going through a leveled situation, and we could have possibility of Fed rate cuts still on the board. At least 2 Fed rate cuts, which is the exact same thing JP Morgan said as well. So JP Morgan came out and said that we could have a possibility of 2 rate cuts. Goldman Sachs said the exact same thing, that we could have possibility of 2 rate cuts as well this year. So what was suggested a while ago was 5 rate cuts, but 2 seems a lot more viable, is what they're headed towards. So they're keeping it stable for the time being, so rate cuts are still on the picture. So raising rates, maybe not. Keeping it stable is what they're doing. Good day. Do you recommend pyramid schemes? No, I do not recommend pyramid schemes. Who recommends pyramid schemes? I think you need help, AJ. What about Sui? Sui is good as well. It's got a lot of potential for itself. Hello, Miles. What's your extra strategy? How to avoid taxes in the UK? Lol. Okay, the best way to avoid taxes, obviously, not financial advice in any sort of way, but the best way is a very legal way within the law, where if you borrow against your crypto assets, you don't pay taxes. So if you borrow against your crypto assets, you don't pay tax on debt. And you could do that in the UK. If you live in the UK, if you live in America, Canada, Australia, Japan, no matter where you live on this planet, if you borrow against your crypto assets, and you can't get taxed because you can't get taxed on debt. Obviously, you pay interest, but you don't pay taxes. So you can borrow against your crypto assets instead of selling them. If you sell them, then you're viable for taxes. But if you borrow against them, no tax. Sorry, Sui. Yes, Sui, good project, prospering future. There's a lot of people venturing into Sui as well regarding high-profile people. And it was one of the projects suggested by even a high-profile executive regarding Sui and Blast Network, Blast Chain, essentially what they'll recommend it to people as well. So those 2, why not? Mouse. Mouse PundiX, is it a payment project? PundiX is a payment project? Yes, PundiX is a payment project, but PundiX is a very old project, and it's not a project that I would be going towards, to be fairly honest. It's a very old project. It kind of fell off a long time ago, to be honest. What's your favorite layer 1? XRP. Not favorite, but it's just I look at PDF documentations. But XRP, quite a lot actually. XRP, XLMX, DCs, list goes on. Any interest in free methods? Any interest-free methods? Any interest-free methods regarding borrowing against your crypto assets? Any sort of interest-free options? Maybe if you go to these Middle Eastern countries, they might offer you an interest-free loan against your crypto assets. HSBC Bank does operate in the UAE as well. HSBC Bank operates in Dubai, for example, as well. So maybe, and they're doing borrowing and lending as well. So maybe there regarding interest-free methods. Even Miles of CMF, sorry, I'm late. I've been working on a new project of mine. Let's go, Pierce. Let's go. What's your project? If you want to give it a shout out in the comment section, go for it. Crypto Miles is one of the best. Gram Glam, thank you so much for the kind words. Good to see you as well, Gram Glam. How you been? Miles, any news on blockchain AI? Thanks. Any news on blockchain AI? Yes. Nevada had a 200 downward situation going on, a 200 million downward situation. But it is rookie numbers, as what Elon Musk said as well. But we still do have that AI situation of the 3 projects, that innovative situation, Singularity Net, Ocean Protocol, and Fetch AI going into one token. That is coming out very soon as well. Sign of weakness or sign of innovation, we will have to see. But AI is also going to be apparently playing a big role in mining cryptocurrencies as well. So Mark Cuban yesterday, I explained regarding Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban yesterday was asked the question of what do you think about the BTC halving and the broader market space in general. And Mark Cuban said he's not very interested in the Bitcoin halving, but he is interested in the Bitcoin mining institutions. And he's also interested in AI. And according to Mark Cuban, AI is going to play a very big role in essentially Bitcoin mining institutions and making them faster at processing block ratios and so on. So let's see. Essentially, we should be looking out for any sort of AI projects that are going to be helping for making Bitcoin mining institutions faster and cheaper for Bitcoin miners. Because those companies will do well. If they do raise a token, even better. If they don't, they're probably going to be going open public on the open public market. Particularly, will you have to send your assets to the platform that you're borrowing from? Yes, obviously. Yes, you have to do that. So, Denise, for example, if you want to borrow against your crypto assets, you have to send your crypto assets to the platform you're borrowing from. So, let's say if you're borrowing from HSBC Bank, then you would have to keep your assets as collateral with HSBC Bank. If you're borrowing from Lloyds Bank, same scenario. If you're borrowing from Barclays, same scenario. If you're borrowing from Coinbase, Binance, or anywhere that is officially going to be regulated later on, then you have to keep your assets as collateral with them, just in case you can't pay back. Miles, as long as you pay back the money, they will give you your assets back to you. They're only keeping them for collateral purposes. Miles, did you upload your long-term holds? What Shelly reminded you yesterday? I haven't, no, but I'll upload it today. Apologies about that. I'll upload it today. What do you think about Veldrome Finance? Doesn't seem legit to me in any sort of a way so far. Can you say happy birthday to my best friend, Nick Grez? X. No problem. Happy birthday, Nick. Nick, happy birthday. What do you think about Veldrome? I've seen Veldrome come up quite a lot on a lot of people's portfolio. I mean, a lot of people's videos and so on. And to me, it seems like another YFE situation regarding the finance situation. AI is too crazy, bro. Yep. What do you think about Veldrome? Same situation. Are you asking the same question again? You don't have to ask the same question multiple times. I read everybody's comments one by one, so you don't have to ask the same question many times. Working on a new luxury fragrance brand, building some great partnerships before the launch in June. Let's go, Pierce. Definitely share the brand and the website of your brand afterwards when you do launch on the CMF as well. They've been probably using it for a long time. It's only now being public. Okay. I'm still getting Luna airdrops monthly. I've had them since the crash. Do you know how long that will last? Shouldn't last too long. We're going to airdrops. We will be able to borrow on the XRP ledger. From what you said the other day as well, yes, that's true as well. Shelly, thank you so much for reminding me. Yes, you're going to be able to borrow, lending and borrowing on the XRP ledger as well, which is something that's going to be introduced on the XRP ledger. So yes, you can borrow from the XRP ledger as well, which means you have to keep your assets as collateral on there as well. CoinMove.1 offers zero interest. No, CoinMove.1 is not going to be offering zero interest because CoinMove.1, as I said, we have third parties that will be offering the loans. So CoinMove.1 isn't going to be offering the loans directly, but we have third parties that are going to be offering the loans. But the acceptance rates is pretty much 100% on CoinMove.1. So if you want to borrow against your crypto assets from CoinMove, then you can obviously do that. I mean, everybody from the CMF will be instantly accepted. But the interest will obviously be from third-party companies. But obviously, I will try always to get you the best rates possible. I don't like credit. I just want what I have. If you use what you have, you're going to be paying taxes. So let's say, for example, if you have some cryptocurrencies and you sell them. Now, depending on the jurisdictions you're living in, you're going to be paying 20% tax, 30% tax, 15% tax, 10% tax, or 40% tax, depending on wherever you're living around the world. But now, if you borrow against that money, you're paying zero tax, a little bit of interest, which works out better. So instead of giving the majority of your money away, you just do that. Just like Nexo is doing, but they are not regulated in the UK, as you said. Thank you. No problem, Denise. Anytime. Yes, Nexo is doing that as well, and yes, they're not regulated. Render is all right. Genuine project. If I don't have it, I don't spend it. But I get that I may have potential. Yes, it's too much of a gamble, in my opinion. Well, it's better paying taxes, is what I would have to say. Thank you, Miles. Flying to Dubai in 2 weeks to a major fragrance player out there. Exciting times, bro. Let's go, Pierce. Loving that, Pierce. That you're starting your own business. Let's go, brother. Hope it goes, exceptionally well for you, Pierce. Interesting. Okay, let's go, Dustin. I'm learning. Let's go, Dustin. Miles, perhaps one show we can talk especially about how to spend buy crypto for people under age 18s. Yeah, Miles, perhaps one show we can talk especially about how to spend crypto for people under the age of 18 and tax benefit examples. Do we send it to the DeFi wallets? What do we do? I'm thinking of niece and nephew for me. Okay, so regarding buying for your niece and nephews cryptocurrencies, and you want to keep them on the side and you want them to skip on taxes, for example, and obviously in a very legitimate legal way, and for you to be able to borrow against them and so on. So you can also do that as well. What you can do is open up a cold wallet for them and just essentially purchase cryptocurrencies and give them the cold wallet when they reached a good age, like 18 and up, for example. You can give them the cold wallets, so you can create or buy a cold wallet for your niece and nephew now, and then start putting cryptocurrency aside for them in those cold wallets. And when they reach the age of 18, give them the cold wallets and explain to them as they get older how to borrow against it and so on. It's the best scenario. So I would say from a young age, start educating your niece and nephew from a young age. Start educating your niece and nephew whenever you get time about cryptocurrencies in this digital world that we're living in. And then create a cold wallet storage for them on the side, a ledger or a tangent and so on. Start purchasing cryptocurrencies for them, put it on the side for them. And when they reach the age of 18, and because of everything they've learned from you until the age of 18, and when you give them the wallet, then they know exactly what to do next. And obviously, you still be there even after the age of 18 to guide them as well. So that's good as well. Tax for crypto is 2%. Depends on where you are. Different jurisdictions, different tax. One good thing that was going to be happening in the UK, but they scrapped it, was they were trying to make crypto, on same category as gambling. They were trying to put crypto in the same category as gambling. And if it goes to gambling, it's pretty much tax-free. Because if I win something from a casino, it's pretty much tax-free. So they're trying to make crypto gambling in the category of gambling inside of the United Kingdom, but that essentially failed. And they said, no, we're going to tax cryptocurrencies instead. But it's good. It's not in the category of gambling because it wouldn't have that legitimate class asset to it attached. Now, BTC having leads to surge in the price of Bitcoin mining stocks. So the price of Riot Platforms Ltd outpaced the growth in share prices of other mining firms in the last 24 hours of trading week. It coincides with a new tax mining facility announcement. Shares of mining firms gain ahead of the Bitcoin halving. Several Bitcoin mining firms listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange ended this trading week with a remarkable increase in share prices on the last trading day of the week in the backdrop of the Bitcoin halving. So, as what Eric suggested, Eric from Bloomberg suggested that the Bitcoin mining institutions are going to be going through profits instead of a negative balance sheet after the halving. Now, Nicholas suggested that the Bitcoin mining institutions will be going through a negative situation, and Eric suggested, and they both had data to back their arguments, their debates up. And Eric is from Bloomberg, and he's an analyst from Bloomberg Business, and also, Nicholas is an analyst from JP Morgan. So they both have that credibility attached to their names, and they both provided evidence. So far, the market is leaning towards what Eric said, which is one of the outcomes we considered. Because Eric suggested that the Bitcoin mining institutions will be going through profits instead of a negative balance sheet. And Nicholas suggested that they're going to be going through a negative situation because it's too much pressure. However, it seems that the Bitcoin mining institutions have went through profits instead. On April 20th, the Bitcoin blockchain marked the fourth halving. This date is important for Bitcoin mining firms because it will impact business operations substantially. Halving will reduce the miners' rewards to half for every block. The latest halving event will cut the miners' reports that actually happened from 6 BTC to 3.125 BTC per block mined. The stock investors in the shares of the firms involved in the Bitcoin minings were speculating that the mining firms might be able to take the lead in the industry. The share prices of several mining companies have surged by about 10% in 24 hours, preceding the actual halving event. Riot platform performance. Riot Platforms, which is backed by BlackRock, majority shareholder, and Vanguard, and Goldman Sachs, and Fidelity. Now, Riot Platforms experienced the most significant growth among publicly listed Bitcoin mining firms on April 19th. Their stock price increased by 10.13% to $9.13. Another reason for the price increase is that on the same day, Riot announced the launch of the new 250-acre mining facilities in Texas. So, Riot Platforms, backed by BlackRock, is expanding their facilities regarding Bitcoin mining institutions. Okay, as we've just passed the halving, and this year is all about the world shifting into a digital era, there's actually a lot of things happening behind the scenes, as I've described before as well. One of the biggest mining institutions that used to be in China, and then China banned BTC mining and then moved to America, and now is backed by BlackRock, has just essentially announced the biggest announcement they could have possibly said, where they're opening a massive Bitcoin mining industry, essentially in Texas, was one of the biggest announcements they made. Obviously, they got their money from, who do you think? BlackRock. Now, the announcement allows the CEO of Riot Platforms, Jason Les, to ring the closing bell at the Nasdaq headquarters. Growth in the shares of other mining firms. Marathon Digital shares followed the raise with a percentage increase of 9.78% to $16.50, whereas the shares of CleanSpark saw an increase of $5.98 to of 5% of 5.98% to $17.20. Major BTC miners have recently acquired significant amounts of new equipment to prepare for the halving as well. Marathon Digital recently announced its plans to buy a Bitcoin mining facility, 200 megawatts, for $87.3 million. This is how much they're spending. In December 2023, Riot, the competing Bitcoin mining company, purchased 66,560 mining rigs from a famous manufacturer, MicroBT, one of the most significant expansions of hash rates in the firm's history. A lot of things are happening behind the scenes, essentially preparing the world shifting into digital, especially for Bitcoin adoption rate as well. BTC is going to be climbing, as I said, genuinely. Before the BTC halving, and I did place out two outcomes of how the market is going to play out. And the outcomes we took into consideration was Nicholas's outcome, JP Morgan, who's been quite correct so far, and we took out into consideration Eric's outcome, which was from Bloomberg analyst, quite right so far in the market space as well. And so far, the market is leaning towards Eric's situation. So once again, the CMF is on the right path of knowing exactly where the market space is going. And as I said previously, also, it does show that we're actually growing day by day as well. There's a lot of new mining facilities coming. I mean, they've essentially just purchased the announcement of it, 66,500 plus BTC mining, essentially machines, and these are top of the range to expand their network. They've essentially got a Texas factory that's worth $87.6 million, which is massive again. And on the other side, obviously, I explained the Hong Kong news, where Hong Kong is doing subscriptions on BTC ETFs and so on. So the market doesn't seem to be going in a Titanic situation so far, interesting enough, which was about 90% of the crypto space suggesting the market's going to go into a Titanic situation. If you remember, so far, we're not going into a Titanic situation. In fact, there's actually a lot of developments happening inside the market space. Now, my cat is barking. That's a bit weird. Should I be worried? That you should be worried about that one. So, the next news. Now, this was an interesting one, because I said something is going to happen on the 19th of this month. Now, a few days ago on this live show, I revealed that on the 19th of April, something major is going to happen inside the US. Does anybody remember what that major event was that was going to happen inside the United States? Does anybody from the CMF remember what I said a few nights ago about something called Section? Can everybody see me? Because I just got it froze. I got a notification. It said connection lost. Can everybody see me and hear me? Yep, we're good. Okay. So, someone says Texas, what up, Miles and family? Hope all is well though. Ray, good to see you as well. How you doing, brother? Yes, everybody can see me and hear me. Let's go. Yeah, because I got a notification. It says connection lost for a second. So I thought, what was going on? Yes, Shelly, you are correct. A distraction. A distraction, I said, was going to happen on April 19th. And Funky Brother, we're all going to be spied on. Yes, also true. A bill was going to be passed to get control of the internet. Yes. Did you say Section 11? Nope. Section 702. So yeah, Shelly remembers, Max Kerry remembers. So Kerry remembers, Shelly remembers, and Funky Brother remembers as well. Section 702 was just passed. While everybody was distracted on Bitcoin halving. So as we're all distracted on the Bitcoin halving, because Section 702 is technically about the blockchain space, which is about spying on your data, spying on you 24/7 inside of the United States. As a citizen of the United States, you will be spied on 24/7 with the internet now, because Section 702 was just passed. Surely we should start getting points for these questions, lot. We'll think of a point system to do, definitely. But yeah, you were the first one to remember, Shelly. Let's go, Shelly. 1 point for Shelly. She was the first one to remember. Shelly has a great memory, Supermod. Yes, definitely. Shelly does have a great memory, and she was the first one to remember it. But Section 702 was just passed, which means you're going to be fully spied on. Now, for anybody that is new to this live show or didn't tune in and doesn't know what Section 702 is, and why is this important if you live inside the United States, is because of this. So a few nights ago on this live show, I said this, just to refresh some people's memories. If you don't remember, I know Shelly remembers, but some people's memories, and if you're also new watching this live show and you're from the United States. And also other G20 countries will do the same thing. Edward Snowden warns on the NSA's plan of taking over the internet, is what I revealed a few nights ago. Edward Snowden was a man that used to work for the NSA, who revealed that the Americans were essentially spying on people during Obama's time of presidency. And then Edward Snowden, who worked for the NSA, escaped to Hong Kong. And then he shared everything he had with actual evidence to news reporters, and then went to Moscow in Russia, and then tried to get residency anywhere else on the planet, and nobody would accept him, and now he lives in Russia. He can never set foot in America because he would be arrested for treason. That's only because he revealed NSA secrets of how the NSA used to spy on people, and since have stopped, apparently. Now, Edward Snowden was this guy. Now, Edward Snowden came out a few nights ago on X and said these things. Edward Snowden warns on the NSA's plan of taking over the internet. The National Security Agency, NSA, is all set to expand a part of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA is what I said a few nights ago, known as Section 702. Edward Snowden warned businesses and individuals regarding that bill. Edward Snowden is a former intelligence agency contractor, warned the community of the NSA's plan to take over the internet, and issued a stark warning for legislation that would go before the US Senate. Elizabeth Gotin, co-director of the Liberty and National Security Program, and Senator Ron Wyden also commented on the NSA's plan. Edward Snowden sounds alarm on NSA. In April 16th, a post to X, this is a few nights ago, on April 16th, a post to X, Edward Snowden alarmed businesses and individuals on the NSA's plan to expand FISA, also termed as Section 702. He drew attention to a thread posted by Elizabeth Goten, the co-director of Liberty and National Security Program at the Burnham Center for Justice. If you work at the US tech firm, this bill could transform your whole company into a spy machine, whether you like it or not, and will be voted in on days, is what Edward Snowden said. He said this April 16th, and he said that this will be voted on days. If you work in a tech firm inside the United States, your company will become a spy machine for the United States government. It's called Section 702, and the bill passed today. And he was right. It was going to be passed in days because it passed today. The entire industry needs to be lobbying to kill this, is what Edward Snowden said a few nights ago. This is what a red alert looks like. Gotin warned individuals about the new bill that may result in the United States government surveillance powers being extended to new levels. The NSA is just days away from taking over the internet. Edward Snowden responded to Gotin's post, is what he said. This bill, if passed, could transform the entire companies into spy machines, and it intends to essentially kill the things, he added. The Freedom of Press Foundation has also commented on the current situation and stated the bill is a real emergency for press freedom. The bill will offer the intel agencies countless ways to surveil journalists and their sources by ordering Americans and businesses, essentially what to say, what to do, and so on. The Section 702 reauthorized bill is scheduled to be passed. Reauthorized bill. Do you know why it says reauthorized bill? Because it was authorized when essentially Edward Snowden was in his contracts in the NSA back in the day. When Obama was essentially the president of the United States, there was a similar situation of a Section 702 going on when Obama was the president of the United States, where everybody was being spied on in America. And then Edward Snowden revealed that to the whole world, how Americans were being spied on 24/7 on everything they do and say. And then because of Edward Snowden, they shut down the program because it revealed it to the whole world using evidence, because he worked for the NSA and now he lives in Moscow. And then now they're going to be reauthorizing the bill, which they just did. Scheduled to pass by the House of Representatives on April 19th, he said, and involves a Senate vote, which it got as well. Oregon Senator Ron Wyden also expressed his views on the NSA's plan. This bill represents one of the most dramatic and terrifying expansions. This is what essentially a senator said. Senator Ron said this a few nights ago. This bill represents one of the most dramatic and terrifying expansions of government surveillance authorities in history. I will do everything in my power to stop it from passing in the Senate, said Oregon Senator Ron Wyden, but he failed because it passed. This bill experienced strong pushback from different sides of political aisles and involved several government representatives arguing that FISA violates citizens' rights, which it does, but it already passed, of their constitutional rights. Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA. The FISA of 1978, or Section 702, the other name it has, regulates particular types of foreign intelligence collections, including specific collections that take place with the support of the US telecommunications companies. As per the Act, the NSA must apply techniques when organizing the NSA's foreign intelligence missions to collect significant foreign intelligence information and operate with the FBI and other agencies. The FBI, the NSA, and pretty much a lot of other American government entities are involved in this program called FISA, or in other words, Section 702, where they spy on you 24/7. And the bill already passed today. Communications and collaborations with different agencies will uncover the links between foreign-based actors and their activities in the US. Additionally, all three branches of the US government are accountable for the program organization under FISA and ensure systematic conductions of the same. So this is what I revealed to everybody a few nights ago. And I said on April 19th, everybody will be distracted and this bill will pass. These were my exact words. I said on April 19th, everybody will be busy and distracted and this bill will pass. And this bill relates to living in a digital world because it's about data. It's about the government collecting data on you 24/7. You're going to be spied on 24/7 from pretty much every company inside the United States is now going to be spying on you according to this law. 24/7 basis. Listening to you, watching you 24/7 basis, basically. And this is a digital bill, essentially, which relates to what? A CBDC world, which also relates to a social credit system world. And I said on April 19th, everybody will be distracted when this bill passes inside the United States. Fast forward to today, and I revealed this a few nights ago. Now, fast forward to today. Today, Vitalik Buterin says crypto's essence isn't even about its market. Elizabeth Goten, co-director of the Liberty and National, it's the same Elizabeth Goten, co-director of the Liberty and National Security Program at the Benham Center for Justice, recently took to Twitter to express her outrage over the Senate's decision to reauthorize Section 702. Her post revealed deep disappointment with the majority of the senators who succumbed to an administration intense fear-mongering and deceptive tactics. The renewal of Section 702, she noted, comes not just without meaningful reforms, but introduces a deeply concerning expansion of surveillance powers. US Senator Ron Wyden categorized this expansion as one of the most dramatic and terrifying in history, enabling unprecedented NSA access to nearly all US businesses and communications. The NSA now has access to all US businesses and communication tools, and a broad area of other entities and individuals. In other words, the FBI, the NSA, and a few other government entities now have full access on spying on you within the law. This broad surveillance reach, she argued, essentially gives any sitting president the capability to spy on political rivals, journalists, and anyone considered an ideology threat to the United States, essentially. So anybody going against their agendas will fall under the Section 702. You're being spied on 24/7 right now inside the United States. The bill already passed. It's over for now, she said. A majority of senates caved to the fear-mongering and Bush League tactics of the administration and surveillance hawks in Congress. And they sold out American civil liberties. Section 702 has been reauthorized. The backlash against this legislative move was significant, drawing criticism for the deceit that surrounded the voting process. Elizabeth Goten admitted her Jordan perspective did not prepare her for the level of dishonesty displayed, calling it a shameful moment both for Congress and the administration. Despite these challenges, she highlighted some positives. A determined group of senators, including Ron Wyden, Mike Lee, Dick Durbin, and Rhonda Paul, who staunchly defended civil liberties and led efforts for reforms. Public engagements was also notable, with thousands of concerned citizens calling their senators daily on an effort that Goten praised as a contributing to a huge, new, wonderful community. I'll be honest, there shouldn't just be 1,000 people calling senators. There shouldn't just be 1,000 citizens, essentially upset about this new bill. There should be millions of people upset about this new rule inside the United States. You're going to be spied on 24/7 right now within the law. And every single president, every single congressman, every single administration is going to have full access to what you say and what you do within the law, essentially. Within the law, they have access 24/7 spying tools on you right now. Everything you do is being spied on 24/7 within the law now. It's because we're going into a digital world. And they want to know what your political views are. They want to know what you say, what you do, and so on. And the control is going to get much more stricter. Same thing that's going on in China. Also something I said about a while back ago. For example, 2023. In 2023, I said to everybody, when China was the first country with CBDC, social credit systems, and wallets, I said to everybody that pretty much everybody is en route to become the next China. And China was the only country at that time, in 2023, with CBDCs, social credit systems, and CBDC wallets, and so on, and the strict rules of censorship. And I said everybody is en route to become the next China. And then we had Brazil coming into the CBDC world. We had Japan coming to CBDCs, the UK going to CBDCs, Hong Kong going to CBDCs. Every country, pretty much, according to Atlantic Report, about 90% of the world, according to Atlantic Report, is inside CBDCs right now. And regarding censorship, that's also going on as well. As I said, every country is going to be en route to become the next China. Regarding censorship, right now, the US just passed a Section 702. So censorship is on the way for the US, essentially for every citizen inside the US. Because the US is arguing, for example, I'll give you a scenario. They're arguing that TikTok is a Chinese company, which we can say, okay, sure, no problem. For example, even though TikTok is Singaporean, we can say TikTok is a Chinese company, no problem. And people can say, well, it's freedom of speech, it's freedom of speech. Well, let's just say, for this instance, TikTok is a Chinese company and, it should not be allowed in America. For example, what about X? As I said previously, X is an American company. So why are they trying to censor X? Their argument with TikTok is that it's Chinese company and we don't like that. So we should censor TikTok, which the bill already passed. But what's their argument with X? X is an American company. So what's their argument with that one? Their argument is censorship. That's what their main argument is. Furthermore, this public pressure led to some concessions from the people in power, with promises made to amend this most essentially outrageous aspects of the law. These adjustments are expected to be incorporated into critical upcoming legislations, like the National Defense Authorization Act promises that Putin vote to monitor closely. The legendary Vitalik Buterin even chimed in, essentially in this scenario, stressing that the ongoing issues extended beyond simple market dynamics. Quoting Putin's tweet, Vitalik Buterin emphasized that the true essence of cryptocurrencies lies in its abilities to uphold freedom, privacy, and empower the average person, principles currently under threat globally. Also, something I said a while ago as well, long time ago, what have I been saying for the longest time? I said, if you have cryptocurrencies are your ticket to freedom, is what I said. Everything I've said pretty much has happened like a domino effect. I said cryptocurrency is your ticket to freedom. I said if you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, XDC, any sort of legitimate cryptocurrencies, if you have those, that's your ticket to freedom. Because once the CBDCs come into play, which they're coming, Section 702 just passed in the United States. Also, according to Atlantic Reports, censorship is already here, but according to Atlantic Reports, about 90% of the world is already in CBDCs regarding testing or implementation or research stage. And I said for the longest time, cryptocurrencies are your ticket to freedom. I said when CBDCs come into play, they're going to tell you where to sit, where to stand, where to eat, and where to go. And that's according to another research paper from China. And I said, if you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever on the side, and they tell you to do something, you can say, no, thank you, I still have Bitcoin. No, thank you, I still have Ethereum. No, thank you, I still have XRP, XLM, XDC, whatever. That's your ticket to freedom, is what Vitalik Buterin is saying today. So, regarding Vitalik Buterin coming out and saying, quoting, essentially Putin's tweet regarding Vitalik Buterin emphasizing the true essence of cryptocurrencies lies in its ability to uphold freedom, privacy, and empower the average person, is what crypto is designed for. But the media will tell you cryptocurrencies are the worst thing ever created. And I've always told you cryptocurrencies are your ticket to freedom in a digital world. Blockchain technology is about way more than just the chaos of crypto trading. It's a game changer that could really shake up some of the world's biggest systems and help stabilize the global economy. Take the finance sector, for example. Blockchain has the power to open up financial services to the millions of people who don't have bank accounts, like those in developing or underdeveloping countries. This could be a huge deal, making it easier for them to get an economic activities and potentially kickstart growth in places that really need it. I'm talking about real shots at slashing poverty and pumping up economic actions worldwide. In terms of supply chain management, blockchain could transform how we track everything, from where a product is made to when it hits your doorstep. It's about making that whole process crystal clear so we can cut out the fraud, slash pointless costs, and handle goods essentially more efficiently. In today's world, where everything from global health crisis to political issues can throw a wrench in the works, these changes could make supply chains a lot more reliable. Yet, all of this potential, the conversation around blockchain in regulatory agencies and communities like crypto Twitter often just circles back to trading and market stuff, which I've said before as well. It's more. Crypto's more, more than just buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Okay? It's about the utility part of crypto that matters, which is essentially the same things Vitalik Buterin is saying as well right now. How blockchain could easily help sort out some of the major economic and social challenges. We need to shift the focus if we want blockchain to live up to its potential as a force for stability in the world economy. So, two things to take away from that. And the two things to take away from that is the two things I've said in 2023. One, every country is en route for full censorship, essentially. Full censorship, CBDCs, social credit systems. They're all coming. Okay, I said every country is en route to become the next China. And I said they're going to get censorships. Section 702 just passed inside the United States. I said all these things in 2023. And the second thing to walk away as well, something I said also in 2023, which was that cryptocurrencies are your ticket to freedom. Honestly, it's your ticket to freedom. And if you can't realize it, then good luck to you in a CBDC world. But these are the two things I've been saying in 2023 until now. And I said all of these things when China was the only country that was doing full censorships, CBDCs, and social credit systems. And I said everybody. And I said if you live in any country around this world, just look at China for where your country is going to be. Because whatever China does, you are next, is what I said. Let's go to the comment section now. If you're watching this for the first time as well, welcome to the CMF live show where we talk about how the world is shifting into a digital era every single night at 7:25 p.m. at 11:25 p.m. UK time. This live show starts. Every single night you can tune in to recent news events that's happening around the world regarding politics, regarding blockchain, and how we're shifting into a digital world. If you want to know what's going to happen in the world next, you might want to tune into this live show every single night. Because you know about things 6 months or 7 months before they happen, or about 1 year before they happen if you watch this live show. I remembered, but I wanted to know if everyone else remembered. Let's go, Juice. I'm very competitive. Can you tell? I'm very competitive. Can you tell? Let's go. Let's go, Shelly. Now I won't hack my channel. Yep, it's a nightmare. Yep, let's go, JP. Facts. It was already happening. This is just a build to extend them more. Pretty much. This is actually quite unbelievable. They wouldn't want to talk about China. That's exactly who they are becoming. Exactly. Scary stuff for those American citizens. Yes. But if you think that's just going to stay in America, if you think Section 702 is only for the United States, nope. Every country is en route to become the next China. Remember, something very important I revealed on this live show as well. G20 Summit. G20 Summit. Every country signed what? The same declaration. For what? The same rules and regulations. And what were those rules and regulations regarding a digital world? Well, we know some of those rules and regulations, which was to introduce regulations for crypto and how crypto is used. But we don't know the other regulations that were not publicly shown to us regarding G20 countries. That was the same declaration every single G20 country signed in New Delhi in last year's G20 Summit, where they're all going to have the same rules. So whatever gets introduced in America gets introduced in other G20 countries as well, essentially. And I said this as well regarding the EU, when the EU came out with, they're going to start going after people that are spreading crypto information and so on. And I said the EU isn't going to be the only one. If the EU does it, then everybody else will follow. The UK started doing that as well. Whatever happens in any of these G20 countries, they will follow each other like domino effects. So if you live in Canada, this is also coming to Canada. Censorship, also coming to Canada. UK, also. Australia, also. Japan, also. Any country on this planet is going to go through all these steps. Censorships, CBDC wallets, social credit systems, all these things are coming. Easy to tell. Just look at China if you want to know what's next. Skynet is here. pretty much. Means soon to be here in the UK too. We seem to follow everything the US does. Yes, soon to come to everywhere, honestly. Miles, it's half the people over here are sleeping anyways. They have no idea what's going on. And the bill passed on the exact same day. Everybody was distracted on the Bitcoin halving. It's basically a digital bill for a digital world. How interesting. Maybe we could put it down to coincidence that the United States decided to sign a bill that spies on you 24/7 on the same day of the Bitcoin halving. When everybody's focused on the Bitcoin halving, they signed a bill to spy on you. And I said to everybody on this live show a few nights ago, on April 19th, something major is going to happen. Everybody's going to be distracted. And everybody was. While we were all focused on the Bitcoin halving, Section 702 passed. The bill passed. Canada's Prime Minister wants to increase capital gains tax another 17% equals 67%. To be honest with you, I don't think the people they just want to go with their daily lives, Miles. Well, I think they should start giving a pass. I mean, they should start giving an interest of what's happening around the world, or what's happening in their own countries, because it's like the old saying. Okay, everybody knows the old saying: if you give someone an inch, they'll go a mile. If you give someone an inch, they'll take it further. So if people don't care about this, you can't stop it, is what I'm trying to say. Look, you can't stop it. The only thing you can do is realize we're going into a digital world and start adapting quickly. But if you give someone an inch, they'll take a mile. So if they introduce this, which is step one, Section 702 is basically just step one. Step 2 is going to be stricter. Step 3 is going to be stricter. Step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, and so on, and so on, and so on. And basically, give them an inch, they'll go a mile. They're just testing the waters to see how far they can take it. But there's no way of stopping it. The only way to do it is to adapt ASAP. Just adapt ASAP to a digital world. Understand what is blockchain, understand what is crypto. It's your ticket to freedom. CBDC, censorships, everything is coming your way, heavy. But you can't do anything about it. The only thing you can do is adapt, is what I've been saying for the longest time. Just adapt as soon as possible. With 500k, I just thought of that. But I need to pay taxes on the crypto I sent to the niece and nephew. No, you don't need to pay. Oh, well, Happy Pisces will discuss this. Happy Pisces, regarding buying cryptocurrencies for other members of your family, direct message me instead. I'll let you know. They want to control Miles? Yes, they want to control. Facts. Let's go, Ray. I'm glad I've booked my ticket to freedom. Lol. Let's go, Jason. NSA have been spying on us for years on social network and Facebook. Yes, they have been spying. Yes, but now it's within the law, and now they can come knocking on your door if you say something you're not supposed to. Or they'll just censor you straight up. Was it about the bill in Congress? Was it about the bill in Congress? Yes, but there were many bills that passed in Congress. This one was the most important one. Yes, let's go, Kim. You said this last year, Miles? Exactly. Sounds like we need a world revolution, about China CN. Yep. I've got a solution for Americans, just don't have an internet. Simple. It's only a matter of time before Section 702 gets passed in the UK, which is true as well. Act. You want to buy a Nokia 3210 for me? Let's go. Do you think taking profits from legitimate projects in this bull run means that we are tearing off our ticket to freedom? Should we just hold for the long term? Legitimate projects, I'm not selling because I'm just going to borrow against them. And essentially, yes, you're tearing off a little bit of your freedom. I said this before as well. The last thing you want to do is go into a CBDC world and not have any cryptocurrencies. Run out of cryptocurrencies. The last thing you want to do is when the CBDCs arrive, you have no cryptos left. Why? Because you spent all of your crypto money. Remember that as well. Problem here in the US is people see the crap the government is doing, but does nothing. Give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Hi, Miles of CMF. Solomon, good to see you. How you doing? Good evening, everyone. Thompson, good to see you. How you? Nula, good to see you. How you doing? Kindly inform me of what I missed. Section 702 just passed, Nula. Inside America, inside the United States, Section 702 just passed, which means pretty much everybody can, the NSA, the FBI, and other government entities can now spy on you 24/7 within the law and see what your political views are. Administrations and congressmen and the president can now have full access on listening to you, watching you 24/7 within the law. Section 702 was just passed inside the United States. So full censorship is pretty much on the way inside the United States because the bill just got reauthorized. And nobody's focused on it because everybody was focused on essentially the Bitcoin halving. April 19th was the exact day the bill got passed, and April 19th was exactly Bitcoin's halving when everybody was distracted. And this is a digital bill that just got passed, relatable to a digital world. Miles, I'm straight, but looks like I've had the benefit for Richie Sunak. I don't feel bad for the people that don't care or don't pay attention because they should be. True, very true. My Pokecoin is pumping. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Not Miles being right about everything with his crystal ball. Also, hit the likes, share, and repost. Let's go CMF. Let's go Ray. By the way, thank you so much to everybody that's retweeting this live show as well, liking this live show. Miles, did you change anything in the camera settings? No, the camera is the same. Nothing in the settings have changed. Hi, Miles CMF. Good to see you as well, Keon. How you doing? No, I haven't changed anything in the camera settings. It's the same. Damn, that means we have less financial freedom. Yep. Pretty much. Now, this news to also go through as well. Tether. Tether integrates into USDT stablecoin with Ton blockchain, expanding its Web3 presence. In a significant development for the Web3 space, Tether has teamed up with Telegram to introduce its USDT stablecoin and Tether Gold XAUT on the open network TON. This move announced enhances the synergy between Tether's financial technologies and Telegram's expensive Web3 ecosystem. During the Token 2049 crypto event in Dubai, Tether's CEO Pablo, along with Telegram founder Pavel, delivered the keynote speeches that underscored the collaboration and congestion with the announcement. Tether also revealed a strategic restructuring, which includes the formation of 4 new business divisions: Tether's Data, Tether's Finance, Tether's Power, and Tether's Education. Tether advances in blockchain integration with USDT launch on TON. He also expressed that both Ton and Tether are aligned in their vision to foster an open, decentralized internet and a seamless financial system without borders. Integrating USDT and XUT into Ton enhances liquidity and activity on the network, providing a financial experience akin to traditional systems but with greater efficiency, he commented. So right now, apparently you can start sending USDT using Telegram. So if you want to send USDT to anyone, you can do it using Telegram. Telegram is going to be having wallets of their own. So everybody's going to be having a crypto wallet on Telegram. And you can send USDT is the first currency you can send. But you can send USDT to your friends, to your family members, or to anyone just with a Telegram message. And it's going to be on the TON network, TON, which is the Telegram network, essentially. Including all platforms like... So this integration marks a pivotal expansion on Tether's presence across various blockchains, now totaling 15. So Tether is now operating on 15 blockchains, including well-known platforms like Tron and Ethereum that Tether also operates on. The addition of Tether's offerings to TON, TON, whose native token Toncoin recently surpassed Dogecoin as the 9th largest cryptocurrency by market cap, signifies a crucial development for the network. The partnership is particularly promising Telegram's user base, which is estimated Telegram has. With TON's infrastructure, USDT and XUT on TON are poised to streamline peer-to-peer payments, combining fiat and crypto transactions with ease. Jack Booth, TON Foundation's marketing head, highlighted the unique aspects of TON's ecosystem, noting TON provides a built-in fiat off-ramps and on-ramps at launch, with plans to introduce global off-ramps to bank cards and accounts soon. You can send cryptocurrencies on Telegram to your bank accounts. You can change, for example, cryptocurrencies, essentially, on Telegram. You can change your cryptocurrencies on Telegram to fiat and send it to your bank accounts using Telegram from now on, which is coming very soon. Making it a primary platform for global crypto payments. Telegram is about to be transforming not only into a social app more, but it's also going to be transforming into a full-on blockchain payments app where you can use it to send money to other people using cryptocurrencies. Not only that, you can also send cryptocurrencies to your bank account and change them back into fiat. And also Telegram is going to be doing tokenizations as well. Apparently Telegram is going to be tokenizing their emojis. So there we go. First stage of tokenizations on Telegram is going to be Telegram tokenizing their emojis. Not putting them into NFTs, but tokenizing them instead. So they're going to add value to them. NFTs don't really have value, but tokenization carries that value with it. And they are focused on the guy that lets himself on fired in New York City. That was all over the news. Yes, that's true. That's true. The guy that did that in front of the administration. Yep. Is that wise partnership for Telegram, considering Tether is being looked into, which is a fair point, but yes, for the time being. Can Trump is it's not really wise. It's not really a wise opportunity, but it does grow the adoption. Can Trump, in the next president, cancel the 702, or is it too in targeting the CBDCs? It's too entangled with CBDCs, so he won't have the capabilities of canceling. If Trump, first of all, if Trump makes it to presidency, is the question. And I'm not saying this because I don't believe Trump can do it and so on and so on. And I'm not American. I'm from London, so I'm not saying this because I don't want Trump or I don't think Trump's going to make it and so on. I don't have a vote or a say because I'm not an American citizen from London. But what I am going to be saying is, if, for example, even Trump makes it to his presidency, he makes it. Let's just say, nothing happens because you never know. We had a guy that was going against Boeing Airlines and he ended up ending himself before he makes it to the court scenes. And he was going up against Boeing Airlines. Trump is going up against FBI, the NSA, CIA, and pretty much everybody else. So that's much more bigger playing field. So let's just say if Trump makes it to his presidency, and he does, he can't even touch the Section 702 bill. Because if he goes anywhere near the Section 702 bill, he might not make it to the end of his presidency. And, essentially they'll try to get rid of him with news campaigns and so on again. They'll just brainwash people again. It's quite easy to brainwash the majority of people. That's why we live in a world like this. The only reason we live in a world where, we get fully controlled on what we eat, what we say, and what we do, even though we don't have social credit systems, even though we don't have CBDC wallets, but we still get controlled by a majority of a few companies on everything we do, say, and eat, even though we have no social credit systems or CBDCs. But the reason why we live in a world like this is because, well, the majority of people are quite easy to brainwash. If they weren't, we wouldn't have just a few entities telling people where to eat, where to sleep, where to stand, and so on. Even though we don't have social credit systems still, feels like we do already. The timing is bad for Telegram, as we're all going into CBDCs. Yes, very true as well, Frankie brother. So yeah, regarding that, happy Pisces, let's just say if he makes it first, and if he goes anywhere near it after making it, bad idea for him. Is consumer a good hold for bull run? It's a good project. Our corrupt establishments won't allow him. Telegram needs to get rid of the scammers or the hackers before I put anything on Telegram. Fair point. Very fair point regarding what JP said. Telegram does have quite a lot of hackers, a lot of scammers on Telegram as well. They need to do something about that. British brainwashing corporations, yeah, basically. And they also stop presidencies by cancelling them. Yep. Because as I said before, presidents, politicians, dime a dozen. They can be replaced overnight. It doesn't matter if you're a president or a politician or a congressman. You don't go with the program, they'll show you the exit. They also stop presidents by canceling them. Yep, facts. And we're also slowly coming up to the endings of this live show as well. So, I just want to say, or unlike them, or unlikely them. Yeah, true. I just want to say as well, also, if you're watching this live show for the first time ever, this is called the CMF live show. And if you've enjoyed this live show, drop a follow, drop a like, and so if you're watching this on X and you enjoy this live show, follow me on X and tune in every single night. I talk about cryptocurrencies, how the world is shifting into a digital space, and we talk about the politics aspects about it as well. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, because we are live on X and YouTube, if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to me on YouTube and tune in every single night. And there are a lot of members from the CMF inside the comment sections, which are amazing people to talk to. So if you want to talk to members inside the comment section of this live show, as you can see, we have X and YouTube. The comment section is mixed, so you can talk to people from other platforms as well. And if you have any questions, ever, put it down inside the comment section. And don't be shy if you want to talk about anything regarding moving into a digital world, essentially, and regarding rules and regulations that's going to be inputting into place. So if you enjoyed this live show on X, drop a follow, drop a like. If you enjoyed this live show on YouTube, drop a follow, drop a like as well. Miles, is there any news on Ethereum ETFs? Nothing so far. Any updates on them? No, nothing so far regarding Ethereum updates inside the United States. Nothing so far, just the Hong Kong news that we went through at the beginning of the live show. Just a little update on what we did talk about on this live show, just in case you tuned in a bit late as well. So these are the things that we talked about on this live show. We talked about Tether integrating into USD. We talked about Tether, so in USDT integrating into Telegram, where now you can send money using Telegram to any of your family members or friends, and you can even later on send cryptocurrencies back into your bank accounts using Telegram as well. We also talked about, again, Edward Snowden, who also was an NSA member who now lives in Moscow, who revealed how the world is going to be, well, how the United States is going to be going through full censorship with Section 702. And then we talked about how Section 702 has now been passed inside the United States, where a few government entities have full control on what you say and what you do. Surge in prices of Bitcoin mining stocks as well. So we talked about the BTC halving, how it's the Bitcoin mining institutions are actually doing quite well. They're all in profit, surprisingly enough, and the crypto market hasn't went Titanic so far. As I said, there are two outcomes in play inside the market space, and so far the CMF was right again inside the market space of how things will play out after the BTC halving, as we always are. Also, we talked about how Bitcoin's gas fees are getting quite out of hand straight after this halving as well. We also talked about how, according to a recent study test, a lot of parents are now venturing into cryptocurrencies. According to a new recent study test, a lot of parents, about 86% of parents, are now going into cryptocurrencies and buying cryptocurrencies for their kids' futures. And a lot of parents are also teaching their own kids about blockchain technology. Imagine that. A lot of parents right now are actually teaching their own kids about blockchain technology. And according to the study test, a lot of parents are also asking the schools to educate their children about blockchain technology. And a lot of parents are venturing into crypto wallets and buying crypto for their kids and putting on the sidelines so when they are ready, they can use it because they believe in their generation, cryptocurrencies will play a very big role. We also talked about how Grayscale has just opened their doors to their new Bitcoin mini trust, which they're only charging 0.15% fee. Now, Grayscale already has a Bitcoin trust, but they're charging 1.5% fee, which nobody's buying into regarding BTC ETFs on Grayscale. 1.5% fee is quite ridiculous when you got BlackRock offering 0.20%. So now Grayscale has opened their doors to a 0.15% fee to grow the adoption of Bitcoin ETFs on their Bitcoin mini trust. And then we also talked about how the Securities Exchange Commission inside of Hong Kong is now going to be offering BTC ETFs and Ethereum ETFs on subscription. And also, yes, correct. Miles, please note that Miles does not charge for anything he does for you, which is facts. Also, if you can see in the comment sections, everything I provide is completely free of source. I don't charge any money. I never did, and I never will. I always believe education needs to remain free. So every night, every single night, this is episode 33. Every single night, I'm going to be coming on X and YouTube and sharing what's happening around the world with you every single night. So if you want to be informed of how the world's going and how we're shifting completely into a new world, according to actual documentations and factual information, for example, today's Section 702 being passed inside the United States on the law, tune into it every single night, tune into this live show every single night. You'll be informed of what's going to be happening around you in this world about 6 months before it happens, or 1 year before it happens if you tune into this live show. Now, I used to do this live show every single night on TikTok for over a year. I did this live show on TikTok for over a year every single night. But we moved over to X because of freedom of speech instead. So now we're on X. So drop a follow, drop a like. If you're enjoying this live show, you can tune into it every single night. And yeah, everything I provide is completely free of source. And also, we have our own Telegram group as well. And this is called the CMF Live Show. And we also have our own Telegram group as well, which again is free of source. Amazing people inside a Telegram group. And, you know, you can communicate with them. We have people from all around the world, different backgrounds, different jobs, and they're all adults. So nobody's toxic in any sort of way. Everybody respects each other as well. And if you have any questions, need any sort of help inside of the digital world, go for it. Everybody will help you out completely free of source. The Telegram link is in my YouTube, on my YouTube profile. The Telegram link is there if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on X right now, you can go to my X profile. The Telegram link is there also. And join the CMF on Telegram as well. Amazing place to be. Again, free of source. Everything I provide is completely free of source. Miles, I'm back in London on Monday from Rome, so I will bring you a present. Scary funky brother. Which tokens are good to hold for the CBDC future? For a CBDC future, there's only one token that's good to hold, which is pretty much the finance tokens, or 3. XRP, XM, XTC for CBDC world. I was funky brother. Thank you for that. I was in Afghanistan. The government sold me 17 gold bars back in 2008. Whoa. Good night, Miles. All CMF. Thank you for the news. See you all tomorrow. JPC tomorrow, but at the same time as usual. Please note that Miles does not charge for anything he does for you. Let's go, Ginos. Facts. Have a good one, is what Ian said to JP. Night, CMF and Miles. Peg. See you tomorrow, sometimes as usual, Peg. Miles, please read my last message. Your last message was, Miles, I'm back in London on Monday from Rome, so I'll bring you a present. Let's go, thank you, brother. Nightpeg is what Ian said. Nightpeg is what Jason said. Thanks for another brilliant live stream. Let's go, Nula. Nula, see you tomorrow sometime as usual. Any idea of V4? Any ideas on V4? Nothing so far. Anything besides XRP? Besides XRP. Let's go, funky brother. So we have essentially just came to the endings of this live show. I just want to say, honestly, thank you so much to everybody that's been tuning in to today's live show, especially to the CMF as well, that tunes in every single night. Thanks so much to every single one of you that's been tapping on the screen on YouTube and on X, and for retweeting this live show on X as well. I will be seeing everybody tomorrow, same timing as usual. Everybody have a great day or a good night, depending on where you are around the world. And just out of curiosity, who's got the most amount of likes on X? Good night, Miles. CMF family. Frankie, brother. See you tomorrow sometime as usual, brother. You're the only one. You're the only guy we trust. And good night, Miles and CMF Tour. Let's go. Thanks so much for the kind words. Thanks, Miles. I'm not going to remind you what you have done to do before our next live. Yes, let's go, Shelly. And yes, I need to update the Telegram. Yeah. Let's go for PA, Shelly. Thank you so much, Shelly. Thank you for your time and efforts for us. Let's go, Frankie, brother. No problem. Anytime, brother. Thompson, Nula, let's go. See you tomorrow sometime as usual. Good night, Miles and CMF. Feeling forever. See you tomorrow sometime as usual as well. Still tapping. Let's go, Genos. Good night, Miles and family. Great live. See you tomorrow. Ian, see you tomorrow sometime as usual as well. Take care, Miles and CMF. Ray, see you tomorrow, brother. Same time as usual as well. So, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Honestly, thanks so much again to everybody from the CMF. and everybody that was new as well, you're watching this live show. Thanks so much to everybody that's been tapping on the screen on X, tapping on the screen on YouTube, and for retweeting this live show. Everything that you do, from tapping on the screen on X, retweeting this live show on X, and tapping on the screen on YouTube, definitely helps to grow this live show and grow the CMF day by day. So thank you so much to everybody that's been commenting in the comment sections, tapping on the screen on YouTube, tapping on the screen on X, and retweeting this live show on X as well. Much appreciation. Great live by everyone. Let's go, Shelly. Shelly, see you tomorrow as usual as well. I will see everybody tomorrow, same timing as usual. Everybody have a great day or a good night, depending on where you are around the world. Anyone watching that's not in the CMF, Miles is awesome, so truthful, gives all info for free. Join the CMF family. Let's go, Jason. Yeah, Jason. Let's go, Ginos. I'll see everybody tomorrow, same time as usual. CMF, see you tomorrow, same time as usual.